Welcome to the world of Jones Knows. Don't get tripped up by those finish rows and door jamb cuts. Today on Jones Knows, I'm going to show you how to finish that vinyl floor.
It's so beautiful, you and me, we meant to be.
Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I'm a flooring and stair contractor, and as usual, helping me in the videos are my sons Tristan and Hunter. So if you haven't seen part one, you might want to check it out, where I show you how to start your floor and how to actually get joints closed and install the actual boards themselves. But on this video today, we're going to go over some more difficult aspects of vinyl flooring, which is the door jambs and finish rows. So you can see the finish line, you're almost done, and then you still have to cut that whole last row, which is the hardest cuts in the room sometimes, or the most cuts in the room for that matter, because you got to cut all the way long ways across those boards. So it can be annoying, but I have a really super easy way to do it. You're not even going to need a tape measure, saw, nothing at all. You just need your two hands and a utility blade. So without any further ado, let's head out to my job site. Go ahead and hit it. We have 4 corners to pick from. We have to start in a corner. So what's going to make us install this room in half the time is starting off the door jamb side of the room. We don't want to make the last board in the row the piece that goes under the door jamb, because then we have to really struggle to get that board installed. We want the first board in the row, the board that's going under the door jamb, and you're going to see here how we just slide it under. So it's a no-brainer where we're going to start this floor from. Is the corner up by the bathroom door. So as my son marks one side of the board for where it intersects with the door jamb, keep in mind we want to leave room for the threshold here, and we leave about 1 inch normally. Thresholds are usually 1.5 inches to 2 inches wide, so we want to leave about 1 inch expansion under them. So here he marks another spot where it intersects the door jamb. So you should get 2 marks on every board. Once we determine those 2 marks, it's just a matter of cutting this out. And as soon as you get it cut, then it's cut. Hold on a minute. All right. So my son, he's skilled. He's freehanding it. He put a mark and a mark and then just cut and connected the dots. I might not even be that good sometimes on some of these difficult cuts. He makes it look easy because there's nothing else he's ever done but flooring. It's like Picasso of the Michelangelo of flooring. I mean, he is just that good. You and me, or most people out there, we have to have a guide when we're making our marks. So I'm going to show you how I suggest you cut and mark your boards. So we're going to duplicate our marks there. There was a mark like he had and a mark like he had. So you notice what he did was he did one of these, bam, bam, snap, bam, and he was done. I mean, it makes it look easy, right? Well, you know, you don't do this all the time. So what I suggest is investing in a speed square. They're like $2, $3, I don't know, probably $10 for all I know. But my wife tells me I'm bad with prices, so you're gonna wanna use that to draw your line, and you just connect your dots. Never wanna cut it towards your body. You cut yourself, you could also overcut the mark. You always wanna cut away from the way you're working here. So in our case here, we want to cut this way, not towards the mark. So we'll take our speed square. We can use it as a guide. Make sure you have a sharp blade in your razor knife, because when you're scoring vinyl, you want to make sure it actually scores it and cuts through. Otherwise, it won't break where you want it to. I use the speed square all the time. You can even use these if you want to get precise on your end cuts, on your jamb cuts. There's all kind of ways to use these. They're a great guide and a great tool. Making it a lot easier doing it that way. No guesswork, no slipping of the knife. Straight line every time. Let's head back out to that job now. So getting back to my son here, you notice how he cuts it out. And as soon as you get it cut, then it's just a matter of snapping it. You notice we're not using any saws, just that sharp razor knife. And once it's cut, it's just a matter of sliding it right under the jamb. This would be extremely difficult if this was the final board in the row, but because we laid the floor out properly, it's the first board in a row, and it just slides right under the jamb. So the door jambs weren't that hard, right? We have an easy method for doing it. It starts out with starting it in the right place, marking your boards, sliding them under, and you make quick work of these jambs. Now, once you're past the door jamb, it's the home stretch. Knock the rest of this floor out and you get to your finished rows and you'll be all done. Well, besides the trim, right? Watch my quarter round scissor video. I'm going to show you how to finish this floor in no time. Whoa, look at this guy. Where'd you come from, huh? Say hi, Moo. Say hi, Max. Come here. I know you're not camera shy. You've been on camera more than any of us. You're famous. Come over here. Come on. Hey, this is Max. So what do you think of this vid? You like the video? No? You're shaking your head at me. What do you think of this vinyl floor? Yeah? Hey, you want to help me get this video finished or not? Yeah, he wants all the attention. He's mad because I'm talking to you guys and I'm not paying enough attention to him. But guess what? I pay attention to him all day long. So let's spend a few minutes talking to everyone out here in the YouTube land and the YouTube world. And let's finish this video. Let's take it home. We're almost to the finish line. So once you work your way to your final rows, see how quick we are here? We fly right through this floor. We're not going fast forward here or anything. That's actually how we install every day. That's how we get paid the big bucks. We're on our last rows. So this is really simple. Throw your tape measures, rulers, everything away. We don't need anything to finish these last rows. All we want to do is take our board that we want to cut and place it on the last completed row. From there, I want you to take what I call a marking board, which is any full board that's not cut on any sides, and push it up against the wall, and where it intersects with the board we have laid across the floor that we want to cut, you don't even need to mark it with a marker or anything. I just want you to run your razor knife right down that board. Use our marking board as a guide. And so when you run your knife down the marking board, that's actually going to guide you where you want to cut, and we're just going to score it. Now, once we have it scored, sometimes it's hard to snap the long ways down the board. So what I like to do is actually kneel on the board, as I'm doing here, and while the board's under my knees, just snap it back. And that right there is how we do last row cuts. Piece of cake, right? Once we got it cut now, we put it on the floor. We take out our Lexi mallet or whatever mallet you're using, and I'm going to actually tap it down so it locks in properly. And in our case here, I'm actually going to tap the end of it right under our door jamb because we started at the door jamb, right? Same thing now on the next board. We just repeat the process. Put the board across the last completed row, our marking board up against the wall, run the knife down it as a guide. We're going to kneel on that board and snap it. If you try to snap it without kneeling on it, sometimes it gets pretty difficult. That's why I kneel on it to get it started, and it makes it a lot easier. And that's how we finish floors. Not too hard, right? Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. You get your floor done in no time. Now you have to do your trim, right? So make sure you check out my quarter round video, which shows you how to do a room like this in probably under 20 minutes. 10 minutes probably, 5 minutes if you watch the video. So, and it's fun, and you don't even need a saw. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I hope you found it useful and informative. And if you haven't checked out some of our other content, make sure you check out our how-to videos from vinyl flooring to stairs and more. Then we have lots of product reviews. We review vinyl, laminate. We put vinyl up against laminate, vinyl up against vinyl. We test them, we submerge them, we run them over with vehicles, whatever it takes to see how strong these floors are. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I want you to take out your favorite flooring mallet, which is hopefully a Lexi. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.